Hey guys, welcome back. Today on The Untidy Artist, we're making a fall fairy doll. With the weather changing and fall right around the corner, I thought it would be fun to do a fall fairy doll. So let's grab some supplies and get started. The first thing you'll need is a fairy doll body. Now you can, if you've made fairies with me before, you know how to do this. If not, you'll want to check out my basic fairy doll tutorial where I teach you how to take a wooden bead, some floral wire, and some embroidery floss and twist it into this cute little doll. And then you can see I have her dressed here. I use some red thread. Then you'll need some flowers for the skirt. I actually found this one at the dollar store. I found this one at Michael's. I'm always kind of on the lookout for different things I can decorate my fairies with, and I found these cute leaves at the dollar store, so they were super cheap. I also found these cool little fall spiny things, but I didn't end up using them. I thought they'd be fun with the wings. And then we'll be using some micro beads. These are, you can find these in the scrapbooking section. I found these at Michael's, and I just thought they would give her, it would be fun to embellish her dress with that. And then some needle nose pliers and wire cutters, and you'll need a pair of scissors and some felt for her wings. And then this is the embroidery floss I use to dress my doll. And you can see it's a little bit variegated. I thought it kind of reminded me of changing leaves. And of course, my glue gun set on low. All right, so the first step is to dress your doll. Refer back to that basic fairy doll tutorial where I teach you how to dress the doll. And then you're going to go ahead and pull apart your flowers. Now, like I said, I found this one at the dollar store, and I really liked the textured, almost burlap look to the flower. And I decided to kind of just mix a couple flowers together in some different fun fall colors. So I'm using different leaves from different flowers, or different petals from different flowers, and kind of just playing around to see how I like them layered. And then when I kind of have an idea of how I like it, I'll sometimes hold it up to my doll and just see if that's the look that I like. So after playing around with it, this is what I came up with. And then you're going to cut an X right in the center of the flowers so that you can slip the flower petals up and around her waist. And you can find more detailed instructions on this part also on that basic fairy doll tutorial. So I do a few of the flower petals at a time. And then starting with the smallest flowers, I'm going to slide them up around her waist, kind of organize them as I go. And then I'm going to take my glue gun and put little dabs of glue in between the layers of her skirt and attach it all together. I really liked the contrasting textures of these different flower petals. It gave it a really nice fall look. So now that I have her dressed, you can see I've got some glue there, we are going to cover that up with some of my micro beads. Now you can use glitter on this part. I really like the look of the micro beads, and these came in all sorts of really pretty colors. So I sprinkle them just on top of the glue, and you can see I made a gigantic mess here. And I'm putting them on the front and then on the back. Mod Podge works really well on that part also, or just any basic craft glue. And then we have her little embellishment. Now I'm going to make some wings out of these leaves. And I found these at the dollar store. The whole bunch of them were $1, so they were really inexpensive. And I'm just trimming the leaves a little bit so that they will fit on her back. Now, what I do is I trim one of them, hold it up to see if I like the shape of it, and then I put them right sides together and trim them so they're the same size. Then I'm going to grab my felt and I'm going to cut a little tiny square of felt, put a small dab of glue on it, and I'm hooking both parts of the wings right where they attach at her back to that little piece of felt. Ta-da, we have wings. Now, if you have more questions on how to do fairy wings, I do have a couple of other fairy wing tutorials where I do go into more detailed instructions on that part. Check out those videos if you have questions about that. And then before I put her wings on, I'm going to do her hair. And I decided to do a long braid. So instead of looping it up and around, which is usually what I do with my fairy dolls. I'm kind of just smoothing it down on each side and then moving it in the back, putting a small dab of glue to hold that down. And we're going to make a long, pretty twisty ponytail. So I'm pulling that all over to the side. And then using some of my red thread, I cut a really long piece and I'm tying it in a double knot into a side ponytail. And then I'm going to crisscross it back and forth after wrapping it around a few times around the ponytail. I'm going to crisscross it in the front and then wrap both pieces around the back and cross them in the back, and continue doing that all the way down to the end of the braid. I really liked the red embellishment and the red on her ponytail. And then I wrap the end around a few times, tie that into a double knot, left over right, right over left, trim off the ends, and then we're going to go ahead and glue her wings onto her back. So smooth out those ends, give her a little trim, and using a small dab of glue on the wings, attach them to her back. And then on that piece of felt that was showing, I'm going to take some of my beads and put those on top of the glue. And then if you want to embellish the wings some more, you can do that with glitter or these little micro beads. I just put a dab of glue on each corner of her wings, kind of in the same spot, and put some little beads on that. And that is it, guys. You have a really fun fall fairy, perfect for autumn, perfect for the changing weather, and that's it. So if you have any comments or questions, please post those below. Check out some of my other tutorials. I have a lot of different fairy dolls. You can find those at untidyartist.com or on my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and give this tutorial a big thumbs up if you liked it. Thank you so much for your support, guys. We'll see you next time.